mabigat ang magkaroon ng cancer. Hindi na to siguro kailangan pang i-explain. On this video, I will expound to you the cause of cancer or the financial burden of having cancer. But mind you, hindi po kayo nag-iisa. Pag nagkaroon ka nun, I just would like to remind you na meron kang katulong. Ito ay sa form ng gobyerno, private sector, at syempre, ikaw, yung sarili mo, ang tutulong sa iyo. Magandang araw po. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Once again, this is Dr. Esguera and this is my YouTube channel, Dr. LUNAS, Tumor, No More. First off, again, I would like to thank yung mga nanunood na, those who have viewed my videos, most especially, siyempre, yung mga subscribers. Salamat po sa inyo. Doon po sa maraming nakakapanood na kasi as of late, sabi nga, recently, when I checked, the last time I checked, well, almost 2,000 plus na po yung views. I would like to invite you, subscribe po kayo. Kasi again, this YouTube channel is part of my advocacy. Kasi one of the ways with which everyone can pitch in, sabi nga, to help the cancer burden dito sa bansa na to is through cancer education. And I'm just so happy na nagkaroon ng ganitong platform, YouTube, wherein people like me, professionals like me, would have that chance to impart to the general public knowledge that would be very useful in addressing a disease as serious as cancer. So, I would like to invite the viewers, yung 2,000 plus viewers na yon, at sa mga marami pang viewers na mag-start na mag-view ng channel na ito, kindly subscribe. If you like the video, press the like button. And of course, once you have subscribed, hit the notification bell na rin for future videos to be put up by our team. Salamat din po sa aking videographer, my own son, and my PA, si Kuya Etoy. Kasi without them, all this setup won't be possible. So this is part 2 po nung ating naunang video last week, which was uploaded last week. Today, we will be talking about the cause of cancer. So, ibig sabihin, ano po ba yung financial burden or yung bigat na dinadala sa isang tao at siyempre sa kanyang buong pamilya pag siya po ay nagkaroon ng cancer. Alright? To start off, again, you would be noticing na yumuyuko po ako to check on my notes. Kasi again, as I've told you, yung paggawa ng content, hindi to biruan lang or hindi to madali lang kasi nga, you have to gather all the materials, siyempre, para mas may kwenta naman or may sense yung mga i-share ko sa inyo. Alright? So, there is this international working group on cancer in developing countries. Ang pangalan niya is CanTreat International. And in August of 2010, they have came out with a report that says that they are already predicting that 60% of the total global cancer load or cancer burden would be on developing countries in the near future during that time. So, and that in 2020, developing countries would actually carry that burden. And by 70% of the burden would be carried by developing countries sometime in the year 2030. So makikita niyo po, sino po ba yung mga developing countries? Kasama po tayo doon. Diba? Hindi pa naman po tayo first world level. So kasama tayo sa mga developing countries, and as is predicted or as it was predicted on this report by this working group, 60 to 70% of the entire global burden of cancer would be on us, tayo po yung magdadala ng bigat noon. So anong naman ang halaga po nun or anong meaning nun sa atin? Of course, it means financial burden. Kasi nga, once magkaroon po tayo ng cancer, we are definitely burdened with so much financial pressure para ma-address natin to. So, dapat nating maintindihan, isa to sa reason kung bakit dapat nating seryosohin yung mga preventive measures na dapat nating intindihin at i-apply sa buhay natin so that we will not fall prey to this disease. In September 2010 of the same year, the American Cancer Society declared cancer as the world's costliest disease. Remember, 2010 po ito. The American Cancer Society says, magastos to. But yung gastos dito or yung cost dito, it's not talking about yung cost on the patient's part, but the cost of cancer sa buong sa buhay ng tao. Kasi nga, yung lost opportunities for jobs, yung economic effect nito sa entire nation. They said that in September 2010, ang entire cost po nun is in the tune of $895 billion. $895 billion. Global po yun, ha? So, it is equated as loss of productivity. So, siyempre, di ba, pag nagka-cancer ka, hindi ka na makapagtrabaho ng maayos. Siyempre, matanggal ka, ma-lay off ka, maybe, pag swerte ka, may bigyan ka ng mahabang leave. Pero kung magiging disabled ka because of the cancer, then, eventually, you would be laid off. So, again, loss of productivity yon, di ba? And, siyempre, ultimately, again, this report is about yung performance ng isang kumpanya or ng isang institution that hires you as one of its workers. Siyempre, if its workers end up sick, then the company will be performing poorly. Diba po? Parang, kumaga, logical yon, logical consequence yun. Ito yung pinag-uusapan dito sa figure na ito. And in 2014 po, another report came up, again from Globocan ito. They said that $100 billion were spent globally on acquiring or buying cancer drugs. $100 billion po ang nagasta noong 2014. And ang sad dito is 47% of this expenditure is being shouldered by the person or by the patient who contracted cancer. So, makikita niyo po, dinefine din nila dito sa mga reports na ito, yung, kumbaga, they came up with a new word to describe naman the burden of cancer on the part naman of the patient. Ang tinawag po nila dito is financial catastrophe. Okay, explain ko po sa inyo ano yon. Yung financial catastrophe po, in the light of having or being diagnosed with cancer, ang definition po nito is, if it happens na more 30% or more of your entire income for a month is spent on cancer treatments, you are bound now in the next 12 months to experience financial catastrophe. Ulitin natin, ha. Tagalogin natin siya. Kung gagastos ka ng equal or higit pa sa 30% ng kabuuan mong kinikita sa isang buwan, in the coming months daw, no, sa mga susunod na 6 hanggang 12 buwan, eventually, mauubusan ka. So, nakita niyo po yung importansya nun. Ang tinawag po nila yon na financial catastrophe. Ngayon, saan mo ngayon yun makikita? Or paano mo siya mas maiintindihan? Nagkaroon po ng study na tinatawag na the Philippine Cancer Care Spending Study conducted by PESO or the Philippine Cost in Oncology Study way back in 2015. Ito po, ipapakita ko po sa inyo para mas maintindihan nyo. Isusulat ko lang dito sa board. Saglit lang po. Alright. In 2015, there is this group called the Philippine Cause in Cancer Study Group came out with a report that details how cancer is being spent or paano bang ginagastusan or tinutustusan yung cancer sa ating bansa, and of course, in comparison with two other Southeast Asian countries, namely Vietnam and Thailand. Nung opening ng video to kanina, sabi ko sa inyo, once you end up with cancer, dapat maintindihan mo na hindi ka naman nag-iisa. Hindi po kayo nag-iisa. Ano, di ba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, ang katulong ninyo dito sa bansa natin ay number one, ang gobyerno. So, yung public. May gobyerno na tutulong sa atin. Then, of course, mga private institutions and ikaw mismo bilang pasyente. Hindi naman pwedeng lahat libre. So, sana po maintindihan po nyo yun. Kasi nga, cancer is a very costly disease. Talagang may gastos po. Palagi kong sinasabi ito sa mga pasyente ko na the reality is, gagastos ka talaga once you are diagnosed with cancer. Pero hindi ka naman mag-isa. Explain ko sa inyo, government. Ano yung share ng government sa pagbuhat ng bigat or in carrying the burden of cancer? PhilHealth. Huwag po natin kalimutan. Di ba po? Most of the Western medicine treatments are subsidized by PhilHealth. So, ang kailangan mo lang is maging member ka ng PhilHealth. So, hindi ka nag-iisa. Huwag niyo pong iisipin na walang ginagawa yung gobyerno sa'yo. Hindi totoo yun. Kasi naririnig ko lagi sa mga pasyente yun na parang ang lagi nilang himutok is or ang sentimiento nila is lagi sila nag-iisa. Ay, hindi ganun po. Hindi accurate, hindi totoo. Kasi all you need to do is to become a member of PhilHealth. Meron siyang spending or may itutustos siyang tulong sa iyo. Number two, ito yung private. Ano naman yung mga private? Ito po yung mga insurance. Hindi ko na babanggitin kasi siyempre baka naman magkaroon ng free endorsement. Diba? Pero ang daming insurance companies na nagko-cover po for a disease like cancer. Marami yan. Alam nyo na po yan. Kayong mga nanonood. Diba? Mga insurance. And of course, sa sarili mo, sabi nga, out of pocket expenditure. Kumbaga, kaya nga may importansya na nag-iipon ka pag ikaw ay naghahanap buhay, magtabi ka rin. Kasi nga, there would come a time na you would have to do out-of-pocket expense to help yourself. Kasi nga, hindi naman pwedeng ang gobyerno lahat ang sumagot sa inon. Alright. Yun nga, yung pong the PESO study or the Philippine Cause in Cancer study na inilabas noong 2015, ito po yung naging result niya. So, explain natin sa iyo, Kung nandito ka sa Pilipinas at nagka-cancer ka, 32% po nung gagastusin mo ay sasagot ng gobyerno. 32%. So, ano po yan, Ito po ay percent. In percentages po yan. 11% sagot ng iyong mga insurance. Kung meron ka mang some form of health insurance na binili. Pero hindi naman lahat meron yan, And, laki po, almost 60%, out of pocket. Kaya mabigat talaga. I hope this becomes an imperative or ma-inspire ka talaga to take care of yourself very well. Kasi tinan mo, medyo malaki din talaga yung out of pocket expense mo. Now, compared with the country of Vietnam, 42% sagot ng gobyerno nila. Di mas lalo dito tayo pa-exert sa Thailand. Punta tayo sa Thailand. Biro mo, 80% of the expenses to have you treated with cancer or once you have cancer, sagot ng gobyerno. So, it's a nice thing to have cancer pala in Thailand. Kasi grabe yung support ng gobyerno nila kung masasabi natin tapos 11% lang yung out of pocket, Nakita niyo po yung difference. So, I hope that you understood with this simple diagram yung cause of cancer as being managed by three entities: the government, the private sector, and of course, you yourself. Okay, upo muna tayo. So, I hope with that simple illustration at my back is nakatulong po sa inyo yon para ma-realize ninyo yung importansya, siyempre, magtabi talaga, mag-save. At una-una, unawain po natin na yung once ma-diagnose ka with cancer, may burden yan, may financial burden yan. Pero hindi po kayo nag-iisa again. So, have your PhilHealth stuff in place. Kung may mga iba kayong private insurance companies that you would want to buy into gawin nyo na po yan. Napakalaking bagay kasi yan. And of course, yun nga, sabi, lastly, syempre, save enough money for yourself. May isi-share ako sa inyo before I end this very short video, no? Sa mga pasyente ko po, syempre sa tagal na ng practice and with the programs that I offer them, comprehensive na po yan, talagang yung Green Oncology Program, yung sinasabi na Green Oncology Program, wherein it runs for 8 to 10 weeks ng treatment, di ba? Each patient po, on the average, right at the get-go, sinasabihan ko na po sila, once nag-consult sila sa akin dito sa clinic, kasi laging sinasabi nila, magkano yung magagastos ko. So, bird's eye view na lang po. On the average, kailangan bawat isa sa atin, meron po tayong savings na at least 600,000 pesos. Kasi po, yung palang diagnostic natin, pag na once, siyempre, may suspicion na of cancer, you would have to undergo blood tests, body scans, MRI, etc., etc. Napakadami pong gagawin sa inyong ganun. A battery of tests to determine exactly what's wrong with you or what you have. Mga biopsy na yan, etc., etc. Eh, lampas na po yan ng close to 200,000 na po magastos mo dyan. 150 to 200,000 pesos. Eh, yung immediate treatment pa. So, palagay ko, I'm saying this for the average people, sabi nga, the average man on the street. I mean, siguro, no, unfair na sabihin ko para sa lahat, ano, pero doon po sa may mga professional, siguro fair na pag professional ka. So, try to save, siguro, yun nga, around that ballpark figure of 500 to 600,000 for yourself. I'm not saying you have to expect that you'll have cancer in this lifetime. But because of the statistics, di ba, that I have shared with you, the previous video before this, makikita nyo na yung incidence, makikita nyo na yung seriousness niyan, and yun nga, the chances of contracting one because of all the causes, di ba, whether genetic or epigenetic causes, di ba, diniscuss na rin natin yan. So, para naman, for you to be responsible enough, di ba? Parang sign na rin naman yan ng pagiging responsible, di ba? Na magkaroon ka noon para you wouldn't be a burden. You're not gonna be a burden to your family should you be diagnosed with cancer. Eh, wag naman nyo po ikalungkot yun kasi nga sabi ko nga sa inyo, cancer is curable. A lot of cancer are very, very curable. Actually, most of the cancers are curable. Kaya lang dismal, kaya lang maraming namamatay. Sabi nga, di ba, dun sa 2018 Globocan, the latest statistics, gaya nung sinabi ko po sa previous video natin, 17 million people are diagnosed globally every year, and then almost close to 9 million of them dies, di ba? They die because, yan po, ito ang isang matinding reason. The cost, the financial cost of having cancer. Kasi most of us, di ba, do not prepare for a, sabi nga, for a calamity such as cancer. So yan, from an oncologist point of view, if you're just a regular guy, sabi ka, hindi ka naman mayamang-mayaman, siguro okay na rin, 600,000. Mag-save ka ng 600,000, 500 to 600,000 pesos for yourself. For any eventualities, any medical emergency, sabi nga, for that matter, and not just cancer. Okay? So, again, I would see you on the next video, and that would be, the topic would be the response of the government naman with all these things that I have shared with you. Diba? Kasi the first video in this series, sabi ko sa inyo, describe ko sa inyo yung statistics, the epidemiology, the cancer burden. On this video, diniscuss natin yung cost, yung financial cost or pressure of having cancer. On the third, I would discuss you ano naman yung ginagawa or ginawa ng government natin to help address this catastrophic illness that befalls the Filipinos. Not just Filipinos, but everyone in the world. Pero in Philippine setting, kumbaga. Alright? Salamat po!